Welcome to this tutorial on how to update Google Sheets cell without changing or altering its existing data. So guys, if you're a regular user of Google Sheets, you might have come across a situation in which you have to enter some details in a particular cell of a Google Sheet without changing its existing data, and you just want to add some more data to it. This could be because you want to add the data to keep the track of a series of events related to that particular data. For example, you want to keep the track of the appointments taken by your patients if you're running a clinic or a hospital, or if you're running any business in which you are taking appointments, and you want to keep the track of the appointment details, and they are recurring appointments, so the same person is going to book the appointment again. For example, in case of patients, it can happen. So you want to add the dates of the appointments in the same cell again and again, and doing this manually can be a bit of a hassle, and it can be really tedious. So here I'm going to show you an easy automation by which this can happen. You can do this automatically, and for that we are not going to use any coding. So follow along and you can learn this automation easily. To set up this automation, guys, we are using Pabbly Connect, which is an automation and integration tool, and this is the landing page of Pabbly. And I'm going to paste the same link in the description as well, and from here you can sign up for free, and you will get free automation tasks every month to test and set up your automations. So you can just sign up right now. After that, sign in and select Pabbly Connect product, and you will reach the dashboard of Pabbly Connect like this. From here, guys, you have to click on this create workflow button to set up your workflow. Here you can give a suitable name to your workflow as well. So I am giving the name here, update existing Google Sheets cells. Okay. Right. So after giving such names, just click on create button and your workflow page will load up like this. So guys, here in this example, what I'm doing here, you can see this is my spreadsheet, and this is the data of an appointment I have entered already of a patient, let's say, and I have created a form to take these appointments. Okay. So this is the form I have created, and this is the data I'm maintaining of the appointments. So if this same person who have already booked an appointment at this particular date books an appointment again with us using this form, then I want to update and add the data of that appointment here in this same cell. Okay, I do not want to alter this data, but I'm going to add one more date and time here in this cell. So guys, first of all, here you can see our automation is based on trigger and action. So trigger start this workflow, and the action is an automated consequence of the workflow. So here in our case, now we have the data already present in this spreadsheet. So taking the appointment using Jotform application is going to trigger the workflow. So Jotform will be our trigger application in this example. If you have any other booking application or any other thing from which the data can come, you can add that application in the trigger. So I'm using Jotform here. All right. And the trigger event would be new response. And here it will give you this webhook URL. With the help of this, we can create an integration or a connection between Jotform in the trigger. For that to happen, you just have to open the form application, and this is the form builder. Here you will find the settings. Under form settings, you will find the integrations tab on the left hand side panel. Here you will find this webhooks tab. Okay. So here you can see a previous integration is already up and running here. Let me remove this integration and let us create a new one. I am searching for webhooks here, and this field will appear, add webhook. So here you have to paste this webhook URL that you got. So just click on copy from your workflow and paste this URL here in this field like this. Okay. Then click on complete integration button, and you can see the integration is ready. Now you can click on finish, and we are integrated Jotform with our trigger. Now you can publish this form, and Here you can see guys, as we have copied the URL, it started showing waiting for the webhook connections response. This means now we can perform a test submission. Test submission means now I'm going to open the form that I have published and I'm going to fill the form by myself manually, okay, just to set up this automation. So here when you fill the form manually, the data, let me open the form. The data of that form response will be captured here in this response section, and that will act as a test data for us to move forward in the automation. So let me just fill in the details of, so the example I have taken here is this. You can see this person, we are taking the example that if this person books the appointment again, then I want to update the data. Okay. So I'm going to use this same details to fill the form. So I'm just going to fill this same name, demo name here, demo name, okay. And the other details like this, date of birth, 3rd of March 1980, 3rd of March 1980. 1980. Okay. Gender, let's see what was the gender, male. Okay. Phone number 91 is the code, and this was the phone number. You can see this is the same phone number. Okay. Email ID is this, and now the appointment date is going to change. So I'm taking any random appointment date. Let's say 8th of March 2:30. All right, and here I'm going to click on submit form, and you can see the form is submitted. Okay, now let's check in our workflow if we got the data captured of this form submission. And here you can see guys, in this response received section, we got the data captured like this. Okay, here we got the same details as we have filled in the form. Right now guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to check with the help of this automation. We are going to check if this person whose data we have received is already present in our spreadsheet or not. And if the person is present, we are going to update the date of appointment or add the date of appointment here. So for that to happen, first of all, we are going to connect with Google Sheets here in the section step. So search for Google Sheets application. Then select the action event as get rows. Sorry, not get rows. We are going to use the action event as lookup spreadsheet rows. Lookup spreadsheet rows, because I am going to look for this person whose data we have received in my spreadsheet. Okay, for that to happen, select lookup spreadsheet rows option, then click on connect. From here, select add new connection, then click on sign in with Google. And here it will ask to connect with your Google account. So select that account by which you have created the spreadsheet, or okay, select that account. After that, you have to provide some additional access to your account. So just click on continue from here, and you can see the authorization will be successful and we'll be connected. Right, like this. And here it will show you this option, select spreadsheet. So when you click here in the drop down, it will show you the list of all the spreadsheets that you have in your Google account. And from here, you have to select this spreadsheet in which you have the data of your appointments. So the name of my spreadsheet is this, appointment tracking. Okay, so I'm going to select it from here. And the sheet name is auto-populated because we have only one sheet right now. Okay, sheet 1. Lookup column. So here it is asking in which column you want to look for a particular value. So guys, I am just going to look for the phone number of the patient. Okay, so we have received the phone number here. So phone numbers are unique numbers. So I am going to look for this in my spreadsheet. So here you can see in my spreadsheet, in column E, we have the phone number of my patients. So the lookup column is the E column. So I'm going to put capital E here as the lookup column. In the lookup value, I'm going to map the phone number label I have received here. Okay, so to map the labels, you just have to click here in the lookup value field, and the previous trigger will appear in the drop down. And when you click on it, you will find all the data here only. So from here, let me first map the area code. And after that, I'm going to map the phone number. All right, This is how you can map the phone number. Here it is asking if you want to include the headers in the response, you can make it true or false as you want. And here I want to sort the value and start searching from the top. So I'm selecting top. You can select bottom as well. After that, click on save and send test request button. And if this phone number is present in my spreadsheet, the data related to that phone number will appear here in the response section. Let us check. I'm clicking on save and send test request. And here you can see, guys, it started showing done. There is one value related to this phone number, and here you can see the data of the row, the whole row got captured here. Okay, this is the same details I have already present here related to this phone number, right? So when this happens, that means when the data is already present, then only we are going to update any cell. So for that, we are going to apply a condition first that this data is actually present in my spreadsheet. For that to happen, just click here on this plus icon, and from this action step, I'm going to use filter feature of Pabbly Connect. So select filter from here, and what filter will do, it will apply this condition that this person whose data you have got in the trigger is already present in my spreadsheet. For ensuring this, it will ask to select the label. So when you click here, it will show you the previous steps. So from the second step, you will find this this label done, and it is showing 1. So when the person is present in my spreadsheet, the response will be like this, and the done label will be there. Okay. And if the person does not present, let me show you that also. Let me just put some random things here in this field. So I'm just changing the lookup value. Now let me show you. I'm clicking on save and send once again. And here you can see the response will be like this, data not found. Okay, so but the done value is also here. Okay, right. Okay, so it is good that we have checked it here only. Now let me remove this extra things and let me click on save and send test request. So the done label is appearing here in the response for both of the conditions when the data is present and when the data is not present. So we cannot use this label. Okay, this is not reliable. So, but when the data was not present, these things are not showing up. Okay, these things are not showing up, so we can use these labels. Okay, so I'm just going to map this phone number label again here in this select label option. So guys, when you click here, the previous step will appear here in the drop down. So from the second step, I'm going to map the phone number label, and here I'm going to select the filter type as exists. Okay, and here I'm going to click on save and send test request. Okay, bear with me. Here you can see here it has started showing the message the condition is true. This means when the phone number label exists in the previous response, that means that the person is already present in my spreadsheet, and now we can update the cell value of that person. Okay. So when this condition matches true, this workflow will continue, otherwise it will stop. And when this condition matches true, we want to update the appointment, date of appointment cell here. And I want to add one more date of appointment here. For that to happen, just click here. And here we are going to connect with the same Google Sheet again. So search for Google Sheets one more time. And now we are going to use an action event which is called update cell value. Select update cell value option, then click on connect. And from here, now guys, we have already connected with Google Sheets in the previous step. So guys, every connection that you make here in your workflows are saved in your account. So if you want to make the connection again with the same application in the same workflow or in a different workflow, you can use that saved connection. For that, you just have to keep this select existing connection option selected. And here it will show you the list of all the existing connections that you have. From here, you can select anyone and then click on save one more time, and you will be connected again. So you can swiftly create another connection if you're using the same application. Okay. And here you can select your spreadsheet's name. You can select the sheet name. Here it is asking the range in which you want to update something. Okay. So here you have to put the range of the column or row where you want to update the cell. So guys, here you can see I want to update this cell. Which one? This one. Okay. So when I'm selecting this cell, in the name box here you can see it is showing B2. That means this cell is present at column B, row number 2. Okay, so this is the range of this cell B2. So here guys, it is clear that my cells are present in column B. So I'm going to put capital B here manually. And for the row number, I'm going to use this step, the previous step of Google Sheets where we have fetched the data. So when you click here, you can see in this response, we have this row index where it is showing 2. Okay, this means that the data of that person was already present in row number 2. So I'm going to map it here. Okay, so it will become B2. So when you map the labels here like this, guys, in real time, after setting up this automation, whenever any real person is going to book an appointment with you, and if the data is already present, the labels are going to be updated here, and the right cell will be updated every time this workflow executes. That's why it is important to map this label. Okay. And here it is asking which value you want to update. So guys, as I have already told you, we want to keep this data as it is and add some more data to it. Okay, so what I'm going to do here in the value, I'm just going to click, and from this second step, I'm going to map the previous value first. This was the previous value which we want to keep as it is. Okay, and here I'm going to just put this separator mark. Okay, this vertical slash, and after that I'm going to put a space, and here I'm going to map the new appointment date which we have received from the first trigger step, Jotform step. Here you got the new appointment date like this, and I'm going to map it. Okay, so the previous thing will remain as it is, and the new thing is also added. Now guys, just click on Save and Send Test Request button, and this data, you can see the data getting changed here in this cell. Let me show you. I'm clicking on Save and Send Test Request. This is the response we have received. Let us check in the spreadsheet, and here you can see guys, new data got added here in this cell, and the previous data is also here. So we have changed the data we have added the data without altering the existing data. This is how it is going to work, guys. So we are done completing this automation, and you have to set up it only once. After that, you do not even have to open this workflow. It is going to run silently in the background. Guys, thank you so much for watching our video, and please let us know how our automation ideas are helping you in the comment section. And if you have any queries related to this application, please ask your queries from this forum link, and do check the pricing of this application from this link. And guys, we are open to ideas. If you want us that we should make videos on other aspects of your business, please do let us know in the comment section. And if you like our work, please subscribe to our channel.